I am Miss V, crime reporter, website promoter. If you are interested in showcasing your website, hit me up in my DM on IG and we can discuss all the details of showcasing your business, doing a commercial, and running it on my show for a couple of months, as well as promoting you on other social media sites. If this sounds like something that you would be interested in, DM me right now and type in the comments, I am interested. And let's talk. Let's talk about your business. Let's showcase your business. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Make This Go Viral. So I wanted to come in and do a really quick live concerning the security of Beyond Hello, the last place that Jelani was seen. And there's an interview floating around, not really floating around. They were interviewed on a channel called Stay Dangerous Show. And I'm going to play a portion of the video of the interview. The person that's interviewing right now is Brandon Monicle. And Brandon Monicle was the account manager of this facility, Beyond Hello the dispensary. He was him and about 20 some other security people were fired from their job like 8 days after Jelani went missing. So I'm going to let this interview play. I want to give a shout out to Jastar for letting me know about this interview. And it actually, this interview took place November 24th. And from my understanding, this is the second interview because the day before, the first interview did not save. And he does not have that information. How you doing, Anthony? Thank you for coming through. I'm going to go ahead and let it play.
And I want you guys to just be respectful in the comments, be respectful with your questions, and nobody come on talking out the side of your neck. This is not a disrespectful channel. This is the God-fearing channel, and we love God, and we respect God, and we respect ourselves, and we have self-discipline around here. So let's understand, when I bring him in, we can speak on the things that we spoke on last night, but this is not a repeat channel. We just want to make sure that we let people know the facts. And we want to make sure that people that came to clear their name last night are actually here to do so. And at the same time, on the same token, if you have any questions, get it in. Don't criticize. Just ask your questions. And I'm going to let him in. Yo. What's going on, Mr. Monaco?
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you fine, man. And like I want to tell you, I do apologize about the live. Man, I was so frustrated when you texted me last night and you emailed me. I was so frustrated because I did not have an explanation. I waited to get some type of email or some sort from YouTube saying, hey, we pulled your video down because of this, or hey, but it was actually something that I may have did or technical difficulty because I started a new membership with StreamYard, and it was something that happened during the live. I don't know if somebody made a racist comment or if somebody reported it, but if they did, you know what I'm saying? But we do have Mr. Brandon Monicle, and I do want you guys to come in the comments or come in and ask the questions that you guys maybe wanted to ask last night, because this is recorded and it will be saved for you guys to watch later, so check it out. I'm about to let him in right now, and I want you guys to just be respectful in the comments, be respectful with your questions, and nobody come on talking out the side of your neck. This is not a disrespectful channel. This is the God-fearing channel, and we love God and we respect. You know?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, just let me say real quick that, people, after we had that video get taken down last night or removed for technical difficulties, immediately we already knew that people were going to start spinning with it. They were going to start turning it into something that it wasn't.
All right, man, speak, the volumes of what you wanted to get to the people. And, if you have a message that you want to share, I'm going to give you the floor, man. And like I said, if I need to stop you, I'll ask you the questions I need to ask you. But I just want you to take us back and take everybody that's watching back to right here where Jelani Day is standing right there. And I know you said that you was not there until 12:30 or 12 something. So could you take me back to what we were speaking on yesterday so we can refresh the memories of the people and maybe the new viewers that's in right now? So y'all have Brandon Monicle on live right now. You know?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, just let me say real quick that, people, after we had that video get taken down last night or removed for technical difficulties, immediately we already knew that people were going to start spinning with it. They were going to start turning it into something that it wasn't. People, they always like to, think of what the worst case scenario is. Oh, they removed it because of this. They removed it because of that, which it wasn't. You even said that yourself. And people think the worst of everything. And now people are on chats today saying, different things. And, oh, he just got on there to clear his name. And, that's all they care about, which could be further from the truth. Everybody wants to clear their name when they're called a murderer. Nobody can deny that. Anybody that's on these chats, if they were called a murderer, they would want to do the same thing, clear their name. Absolutely. If it was their house being posted and their car being posted, their families being threatened, a lot of people wouldn't be as calm as I am right now. I could be, an asshole and say, come on, try to hurt me, but I'm not. Like, I'm out here talking. I'm out here answering people's questions. I'm trying the best I can to please people. And everyone's like, oh, no, you're just doing this for yourself. If I wanted to do this for myself, I would just keep quiet, stay in the background, and let this thing just kind of take its toll and do nothing and say nothing. But I'm not. I'm out here answering people's questions, doing what I got to do to make people understand that not only do I have no idea what happened to Jelani, but I had nothing to do with it. But people just want to spin their own stories. They're going to do it. You can't really stop them. But what I can do is shed some knowledge of how I know things work, to maybe somebody out there will see that and go, hey, well, that matches up with this, and be able to actually shed something credible on an investigation. So I will go back to like what you were saying with Jelani. I think the report said from 9/12, I think we discussed, is when he showed up at the dispensary. What we talked about was the fact that the camera took a screenshot of him coming into the dispensary that day. Now, what we have is a picture taken from video footage. So that right there proves that there's video footage, because without video footage, you couldn't get this image. So if the image was taken, there's video footage.
Good morning, everybody that's coming in. How you doing, Tracy? Justar, shout out to you for letting me know about this interview. Miss Cajun in the building, good to see you. Evil May, or I know I say your name wrong, but I say Evil May. Thank you for coming in. And she was the first one in the building. I appreciate you guys. This man that's talking right now was the account manager of Beyond Hello, which is the picture that you're looking at, the weed dispensary that Jelani was last seen at. These guys did an interview the day before this, and this was actually recorded on November 24th. Something happened to the original video, and they came back to do it over. For some reason, it did not save. So this guy is the manager of the whole, of that particular Hello, Beyond Hello, and they all were fired 8 days after Jelani was murdered. So I'm gonna let this play. His name is Brandon Monicle.
What I found interesting last night after our interview was the Bloomington Police Department actually put out a what do you call it? Kind of like a little update, and they said that they cannot release any information because it could impede the investigation. I'm going to try and find that article. I'll try to send it to you. But the Panagraph actually requested, they filed a request with the police department and the FBI to release footage and that stuff. The police department actually denied that request. And it says it right there in the article. The police department denied that request because they believe that it would mess with their investigation. If there becomes a trial in the future where somebody's brought on trial for this and they release any footage before that, it could alter the jury. It could give that person time to come up with something else. They don't want it to interfere with the investigation at all. They want to be able to go into trial with nobody having any knowledge or anything to use against anybody. They want to be able to get the person that did it and not have any footage leaked. So, what I'm
And I just want to say again, shout out to Stay Dangerous Show. This is the guy that's doing the interview. I think his name is Jay, but I just wanted to let you guys know that the interviewer feels good about this guy, Brandon, but they don't feel good about Noah, who didn't speak enough. And Noah was actually the last person to see Jelani. He was the security person that was actually there when Jelani came in. He remembers seeing Jelani in there. But I think he said something like he didn't remember him leaving or something like that. But Jelani was the first person in, and so Noah doesn't talk a whole lot, and that's what irritated the interviewer, and he feels like he's not being honest. But Brandon, being that he was a manager, he speaks well and he's not afraid to, talk it out or whatever. But the other guy, which is a big guy, so I don't know what he's afraid to talk for or what that's all about, but it's not rubbing people the right way. And I mean, I didn't hear him say a whole lot. um these guys have been threatened. They have been allegedly they've been threatened. Allegedly some they've one of their houses have been broken into. They had to move. Someone's mother was somebody tried to run them off the road. These are the things that they're saying. Their addresses have been put out, and they're speaking out because they want to clear their name. They're saying they didn't have nothing to do with it. And Brandon, that's actually talking, he actually didn't get there until noon, and he showed up because he was interviewing another guy for a job, because he hires people. And so he wasn't even there, the one here to speaking. But I'm gonna go ahead and let it play.
saying is this photo right here that you have up there, that's part of a video footage. Just from my knowledge of knowing how their cameras work, there has to be some sort of video to go along with this image. Now, when it shows him going in at 9:12, I can't speak on what I know happened that day because I wasn't there. Like I told you, I had an interview set up to replace one of the open slots for our guards that day. I do interviews on that outside patio, so I didn't even go in the dispensary that day. So somewhere out there is footage of just me outside the dispensary after 12:30. Went to lunch at 1:30. Applebee's, have the receipts to prove it, those sort of things. But again, I'm not a suspect for the police, so there's nothing that I have to prove to the police or anything like that.
Thank you. I know. Evolve May. Okay. Evolve May. That makes more sense. I've been calling you Evil May. I know I was saying it wrong. I just couldn't get it right. Thank you for that correction. Did you see Zoom call with Jelani Day mother last night on Tariq? No, and I actually went on that Tanique Reviews channel this morning, and no, I didn't see that. I was just listening at something, and they was doing talking, so I end up going back to this video, but I'll go check it out for sure.
People were saying, well, you need to go to the news outlets. And what people don't understand is news outlets don't care what I have to say because I'm not a suspect. If I was a suspect to the police, the news would be all over it. They'd want to hear from me, but they don't want to hear from me. It's a waste of their time, honestly. And they don't want to put something out on the news that has nothing to do with the investigation, because that takes eyes away from finding what happened to Jelani, because that's what we all want. We want to find out what happened to him. So going back to what you were referring to at 9:12 when he went in there, the theory goes that he had his phone taken from him, which I don't know if he had his phone taken from him or not. But what I do know is in that image, whoever that female is, which I can't say if it was Abby Collins or not, because I don't even know an Abby Collins. I don't know anybody by that name who worked for Beyond Hello. I knew a few people.
GP in the building.
People I talked to, general managers, and that type of stuff. But what that female is holding in that picture is an ID scanner that scans IDs that were issued by the state so that they can, show that you are 21 or not. If you have a fake ID and that scanner scans it, it's going to find out if it's fake or not. So
that pic is for you, GP.
What I did point out was that image of Jelani looking up at the
Welcome,
camera. A lot
Shandia.
of people are like, why would he look up at the camera? He had to have been in danger or something. Well, that's incorrect, because every customer who goes to that dispensary, which there's hundreds a day, so there's a lot of people that can attest to this, you are requested to remove your mask and pull it down, that's exactly what they say. They say, please pull down your mask and look up at the camera, please. So what that is doing is it's getting a face to the person, and that's just because of the mask mandate.
Yeah.
So if something happens on the floor, someone gets irate, anything like that, or they steal something and runs out that door, we don't just sit there and go, oh, well, we don't know because they were wearing a mask.
Yeah, excuse me right quick.
Go ahead.
For the people in the chat that's asking who is this speaking, this is Brandon Monicle, the interview from last night that I started off with, and then we ended up with Noah and Mike, and everybody else came in afterwards. But this is Brandon Monicle. I identified him yesterday, so there's no reason for him to show his face. It's already been enough stuff that he's got dealing with right now. But this is Brandon Monicle. He was the accountant for Tristone Security and for Beyond and Hello at the time of Jelani's disappearance. And he was working there at the time, but he was not there. He said that he got there to do an interview on the balcony at about 12:30 or whatever.
Yeah, 12:30 is when I got there that day.
Okay, finish what you were saying.
Well, I do see in the chats, like you were saying, there is someone saying, well, I think they put random, but I think they meant Brandon Monicle. They put you suspect. I would just like to ask, how do people think I'm a suspect? If I was a suspect, I would.
Okay, Bridget. Okay, Bridget, can you elaborate? Why would you say he's suspect? She's part of the State Dangerous fam, so I just want to make sure, she got her reasons for saying it. So, can you elaborate?
I said this is time for people to ask the question. If you want to know something, ask it.
Yeah. So if we got anybody that want to ask questions, you can come on the show through the link that's in the comments, or you can make a comment and ask your questions. But if you're gonna make an accusation like that, please tell me, why do you feel that way, Miss Bridget?
And that's why I jumped on here too, because I recognized her name from the chats of a new chat that was made on Facebook, and her, along with others, are wanting to know certain things, and I have not been accepted into that group, so I can't really answer in that group.
Well, I'm actually in that group, the second one that was made. And the minute I see something disrespectful or something, I leave it alone or whatever. But I don't get no information from none of the social medias. I just look at the comments and see what people are saying, and I don't even really decide to go from there. I just want to go from the facts and what Jelani's mom said, and I try to take what she said out of her own mouth. Mm-hmm. And what was very suspect to me as to why they found his clothes, the girls that found his clothes, then they lawyered up. Were these girls that knew Jelani at school? Were they people that close to him? Was he amongst racist people and they didn't know? And he didn't know? It's a lot of questions that I have that's unanswered. But the questions that I necessarily have for you is to, like, what could you tell me as far as when he went into the dispensary that day, and you said by you saying that they cannot cut the cameras off, or the feds or be, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You said,
yeah. So basically, when he walks in, and this is all based off of my experience of knowing the cameras. I was not there at the time he was there, so I just want to get that out there. So anybody who wants to try and twist it, don't, because this is just pure off of what I know about the cameras. So when he goes in, we have the image of him standing there, holding his mask in front of a female with a scanner. Not sure who that is. But at that point, he would then have to put his mask back on, and he would go through the lobby. Now, when you go through the lobby, there's cameras there. At that point, you are in front of a desk that has a security guard sitting behind it. They are monitoring footage, but they cannot turn anything off, alter, anything like that. It's just a monitor that has, each camera on there so that if something's going on outside, the guard can see that and be able to react or something.
So if something was going on outside, the guard that's sitting at the desk behind the girl that's taking the temperature for the COVID or whatever, they so those guys don't actually have to be standing or sitting in a room. They actually had a monitor right there. I've actually seen it. See, I've been in a few dispensaries in California, and I've actually got the chance to see exactly how they work. And I do know, like you said, if those cameras get cut off for even 30 seconds, that the feds would have to investigate the situation and quickly. So I understand that, but what I did not get from you guys last night was the fact that somebody had a monitor, and so the somebody was Noah, because you said Noah told me it was him himself that he was sitting at the table behind the girl.
Yeah, he said that last night.
Okay.
He said that he was monitoring the cameras and stuff like that, and he said that the dispensary would have opened at like 9 o'clock, so it would have been just freshly open. And it's just like any other day. People are either lined up or there's not. Whether there's a little amount of people or there's a lot of people, it doesn't matter. You still treat it just like every day. It's a 7 to 3 job. You go in, you sit down at the desk, people come in, you say, hey, have a good day, and you buzz them in. The guards literally do not have anything hands-on to do with the marijuana, the dispensary itself, none of that. They're there just to make sure that the place isn't robbed. That's pretty much it. But let me go ahead and touch on the chat real quick before I lose track of it.
Yeah.
Bridget says, Brandon, you work at the dispensary, right? Bridget, no, I do not work at the dispensary anymore. What we discussed last night was after about a week, so it was like 8 days, September 1st, Beyond Hello actually ended the contract with Tristone and hired Allied Universal. I asked for an explanation, and the only explanation they would give me was, quote unquote, this is just a business move, nothing personal. Your guards did great, but this is what has to be done. That is all the explanation I got. The only reason I lost my job as the account manager is because my sole purpose was to make sure those guards were being hired, put where they're supposed to be for all 4 dispensaries in Illinois. Once there's no guards or no contract, my job is not needed. So Tristone would not pay me my salary if there's no accounts to be an account manager of. So that's why I lost my job. And that happened on September 1st, which would be roughly 8 days after Jelani went missing. So no, I do not work for them anymore. And then she puts, I remember you said the news outlets, right? No, that is not correct, and that is not what I said. I said that people on Facebook are requesting that I try to go to news outlets, but news outlets will not listen to what I have to say unless it is going to be something that has something to do with the investigation. If it's something that's put out by the police or FBI, that's when the news outlets want to know something. So, no, I have not talked to the news. If the news gets a hold of me and says, hey, let's do an article, absolutely. I'll jump on there. I won't fight it. Haja Berry, speaking of the groups, question, Brandon, are you one of the people responsible for the removal of the admin from the first group? Mr. or Mrs. Berry, I don't know if you're male or female, but I am not responsible for the admin of the first group because I wasn't even in the first group. I could only see what friends, family, random people would send me through screenshots. I don't even know how to go about having an admin removed. So the only thing I could say about that is if Tadeo was an admin, I've reported him multiple times to the police. I have a goal to find out why this guy is trying to target me. So that might be a reason. I can't say for sure, but maybe, law enforcement had him removed or his account suspended. I don't know. But I do know his posts and many posts on that group have been reported, at least 100 times to Facebook. So maybe they finally did something and had him removed or the admin removed. I don't know who the admin is. So, I can't touch upon what really that is. But I can answer and say that no, I did not have anything to do with the removal of the admin. Where's the rest of the footage? This is actually a question that I've been getting a lot, and people do not listen. I do not know what happened to the footage. That's not because I had something to do with it. It's because nobody working security or for Tristone can touch the footage. The only thing I can say is Beyond Hello, aka Jushi, which they're not a security company, they're a dispensary. That is Jushi. Let me clarify that because people keep saying Jushi is a security company. They're not. Jushi is a dispensary. They hire third-party security companies such as Tristone. So, Tristone Security, our security guards, myself, we cannot touch the footage. The only thing we can do is monitor it from behind a monitor. The only people that can alter footage, such as shutting it off or anything like that, comes from a headquarters out of state, which not a lot of people really know about because that's the whole point of security. Now, if it does get shut off, the state is notified, and the state will shut that dispensary down immediately. So, do I think that cameras were shut off or anything like that? No, I do not think that because the dispensary would have been shut down immediately, and I would have been notified. So, when you ask me where the rest of the footage is, I don't know. My guess is the police department has footage, and Jushi has footage. Jushi and Beyond Hello are probably barred from even commenting or putting any footage out because the investigation. So I think what is going to come to light in the future is once the police department finally does touch on the investigation and, go a route with this, I think some footage is going to be put out by the police department to kind of shed light, and it's going to put an end to a lot of people's theories of what's been going on.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. So I was wondering if we was gonna hear anything from Mr. Noah. Did you actually talk to him? Was he in good spirits last night after the show? I mean, what did he think?
Yeah, so what I know from Noah from a personal experience is he's not really a public speaker. And that's when people are like, well, he sounded nervous. Well, yeah, he's nervous. There's a bunch of people calling him murderers, and he's going to talk live. I myself, I've been doing this a while. I was an account manager for, multiple security companies. I've, been in a supervisor role for the last 10 years. So I can talk, and sound, just normal. But some people have public speaking, nerves and stuff like that. Not everybody can do it. So that's when everybody needs to realize that doesn't make him a suspect. It doesn't make him suspicious. It just means that he's a normal person. Yeah. But I did talk to him afterwards, and, he felt good about being able to finally have a voice that he hasn't had in a while. He's been sitting here taking punches from everybody and not had a voice. He's had to pack up his family and take them to safety because his house is put out there. It's a lot that he's trying to go through right now, just like we all are. But you got to remember, everybody, we lost our jobs. We don't have the income to up and go get a lawyer if we wanted to. We don't have the income to up and move because people are putting our addresses out there. We don't have that luxury right now. We are unemployed. We're trying to find jobs. So there's a lot on our plate.
So let me ask you this: when you were account manager at Beyond Hello,
for Tristone,
for Tristone, and you worked there at Beyond Hello, who all were you in charge of hiring? Just the security staff, or?
Yes, just strictly the security staff,
okay,
which would have been 2 guards for each shift, first and second shift, and there were 4 dispensaries.
So the 2 guys. So you were the account manager that wasn't there and didn't get there until 12:30, the day Jelani went missing, and Noah was the one at the table behind the lady at the front door here. And who was Mike? Mike was the other guy, or was he triple nine or 666, whoever that was?
Are you talking about that Viper?
Yeah, Viper. Did he come in as Mike afterwards?
No, so Viper, he was another security guard, and he actually was scheduled 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. He was only on second shifts. That's all he was scheduled for. He did not come in any earlier. He did not, take a first shift that day. I have timesheets on my computer still saved. The guards that were hired for that day normally worked that day. What I can tell you is on first shift, which this is information that we haven't talked about yet, Noah, we all know, was one of the guards that shift in the morning. The other guard that shift was a female. So, everyone's saying that the two guards, overpower this person. It's not feasible. Noah, he's a friggin' teddy bear.
Hey, just start check your IG DM.
That's the big ass guy, man. And if Noah get mad, it be the quiet one. See, the one thing I kept sticking to him for last night, man, because I still feel like I'm just not one to bash people or try to be dominant and make you say something outside of what you want to say. But I have my own thoughts and my own feelings as well about this, and I'm not tying emotion to it right now. Right. And you see, I didn't come on none today due to the fact I could have came on way early this morning. I've been up since early this morning, mad as hell, because my video didn't get posted, and I didn't want people to hurt you guys thinking.
Yeah, I believe that's because it was the second show, and you can't do a do-over. Like, I don't know what happened to that live. I know it was a lot better, the original one. So that's why I think he's doing a lot of talking now, because he already knows what he gonna say and stuff.
That you guys were the reason my video didn't get posted. And so, I was like, man, I got to make a decision to do something, but I can't do it now because
I agree.
I told y'all the other day, I have my own feelings, and I feel that you are telling me the truth, but I don't feel that Mr. Noah is. And I don't feel right with him for some reason. And I didn't want to say that last night, but I would not be real as a man to be lying to you or anybody else in my Stay Dangerous family. Family don't lie to family, man. I just can't come on here and be fake. And I can't that's why I kept, if you noticed last night, I kept asking him questions. So by you telling me what you told me today, that he's kind of camera shy, he don't like to speak, he's kind of like, one of those, not a motivational speaker or whatever, he don't really do a lot of talking. I understand that part of it because I'm like that too. I had to break that out of me. But Noah is only human, just like you and me. Just like asked me what I asked him, I would have broke down and tried to remember every single thing I could about this guy, even down to the shoes he was wearing. I analyze people. I do. I can meet you for 5 minutes, and if I was in your presence, I can see you again and know everything about you that I didn't know from the last time. Look, that's that dude I seen last time. I just analyze people, and I'm not saying everybody supposed to be like me and analyze people, but if he would have asked me,
let me ask you this: at your job or whatever your job is, if I asked you 2 months ago or 3 months ago on this date at this time at your job, did you see this person? I doubt that you could say
that's kind of hard. But exactly. But also, like I said, man, it's you remember. Was Jelani a person that came in out? That's his first day coming in that dispensary? As you working there for the time you did, you could tell me if he was a regular customer or if he was somebody that just came in there that day.
Well, you could probably figure that out by the rewards system, honestly, because rewards keep track of everything. And someone's theory said, well, he was trying to get his rewards scanned. If he does have a rewards account with Beyond Hello, they're going to know when his rewards were scanned, on what order he ordered something. So if anybody knows anything, it's going to be the dispensary with his account. Did he get his rewards scanned that day? Did he purchase marijuana that day? If he did, there's receipts out there. There's something that shows that. So that's where we need to start digging at. And, I get to the questions on here. What's this one? About the footage, saying that the footage wasn't there anymore. I don't know what news outlet or whoever asked for footage and was told that there isn't any, but I feel like we need to go back and reread, because I doubt that they said there was no footage. I think what they probably put was there is no footage that we can release right now, because that has been said over all news, police, everything. They cannot release footage right now. That doesn't say there's no footage. But the only people, and I will say this loud and clear for anybody, the only people that know if there are footage or not is Jushi/Beyond Hello and the police department doing the investigation. Those are the only two people that have access to footage at any given time. That is it. So those are the two departments that you need to focus your questions on. And right now, like I elaborated earlier, I read an article last night that said that the police department put out they cannot release footage at this time due to not wanting to impede the investigation. Now, if there wasn't footage, I'm pretty sure they would say there's no footage to back up anything that has been put out. But they didn't say that. So, and again, I get you. I can't speak on behalf of Noah. If he wants to come up here and, have a whole new show with you, by all means.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even about that, man. It's just about, I just feel like I still had unanswered questions from him. I sit there and was able to hold a conversation. I sit there and was able to hold a conversation with you. And then, the people asked to see your face, and I mentioned it to you, and you had already showed me your face before we even started this. So that was the face card and all I needed for my proof. So I wasn't going to bring you to my show without seeing your face anyway, because it could have been a Brandon Monicle just fake.
And I was waiting for that. I was waiting for somebody to be like, how do we know that's not somebody else?
Yeah, no, man, I did my math before I even brought you to the show, man. I ain't no stupid motherfucker. Like,
we talked before the show. You barely did it. It was me.
Yeah, man. So when they said show your face, I had already knew somebody was going to say that. And you did show your face even when they said that. So everything that you said is panning out. And then, you're not talking to a fool. I've worked in a dispensary. I was clipping buzz, but I worked in a dispensary. My time in Colorado, my time in California. And I know exactly how the big bosses ran. And I see the protocol. I see the fact they have to make sure the cameras are running 24/7. The backup generator has to be connected to the camera. Everything. So
exactly.
I'm truly connected with what's going on. But the thing
Mr. Barry, I say sorry to cut you off there. Barry person says how many cameras in there? There's actually a lot. I probably couldn't even count how many cameras are in there. There's cameras on the outside of the building, around every corner, at every door. There is a camera right above the door. You saw that footage. And then there's another camera inside that door that shows him in the lobby. So there's two cameras pretty much back to back right there. There's another camera right in the lobby when you get in there that looks over the desk. I actually had a security guard that was watching basketball one night. Shifts get long. You want to watch the big game that's on. Well, I got a call from that security department saying, hey, one of your guards is watching basketball on our computers. You need to tell him to get off of there or he's going to lose his job. So I call and say, hey, dude, stop watching basketball. This is your warning type of thing. So they're monitoring everything that goes on. But there is a camera there watching that desk and the guard at all times. Then that guard would buzz the button that would unlock the door for the people walking in to the main floor where you go to a register and purchase your products. There is a total of, I want to say 8 registers. At every single register, if you look up, go in there and look up, you'll see a camera above every single register, little black globe. And then you'll see one in the middle of the room, one in the other corner, another one in the far corner. There's cameras everywhere, I'm telling you.
Oh, no, I wanted to address something that Miss Karma Kanisha said right here. Is there any significance behind the thumbnail photo? I really did that because I always wanted to ask, who were those guys in that photo right there? And I didn't want to ask Mr. Brandon that. But
the camo person is me. I'll tell you that right now. The person in camo is the day I went hunting with my dad. We went deer hunting.
Oh, not that picture. The thumbnail picture with Jelani with from that motherfucker, because it was all cash, no card. And at the end of the day, so many people would be lined up outside the door. I hear everything. Saw how it worked. Like I said, I used to play with it because they give it to me after I get through clipping buzz. I had to go watch the camera and then maintain the job like that. So I got the chance that I accidentally screenshotted one day by not knowing what the button was. And it taught me a lot about that device. So I was actually thankful to not have to go look up this or read this nowhere or try to find out what it was or nothing like that. I was automatically up to par with it. But what I was asking was the fact that Mr. Noah, I understand was he the one that his wife was followed or rode?
No. That was Viper.
So Viper is Mike.
I don't know who Mike is. I mean,
well, damn. Well, Mike was just in here talking like he was part of the whole motherfucking conversation. I guess he might have been a fan. Shout out to Mike then. Mike was holding it down. Yeah, I had a co-host that night. Okay, shout out to Mike.
Well, okay. I think that was Viper, but Mike is not his name. but he did instruct us to not put his name out because of all the stuff.
He did tell me at the beginning. He did tell me at the beginning that he wouldn't be putting out his name. So I'm saying the name that he put.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Mike. We could say Mike, but that's not his real name. We're not going to put that out. Put his name out there. But you highlighted in the chat here. What's the next question you want me to hit on here?
I see Brandon. I see this is Brandon Monicle talking now, and I'm happy that he's out to clear his name and tell us everything about the dispensary and what he saw. We appreciate it. Yeah, man. Shout out to you, Bridget, for so. For real, not everybody is in here bashing him.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
I was going through the comments. I have so many damn comments, though. I have so many comments. Hey, Brandon, have you talked to Jelani Day family?
I have not. However,
so Noah did? Because Noah told one of y'all told me yesterday.
Yeah, Noah was there in the background the day they did the news outlet at the dispensary. He was there that day. They did the news, and you can see him in the background. If you actually watch one of the videos.
Hold on. Wait. Oh, man. Hold up. Give me some time, man. This don't make no sense. Like, when you just said that, I don't know, man. Let me come off of my motherfucking high horse right now, because when you said that, I just feel a certain type of way.
Well, let me explain
this.
I really
did, man. I really did.
Let me explain this.
Please, Noah, can you please come on over here, man? I know you watching, bro. I'm not finna bash you. I'm not finna ridicule you. I'm not finna make you feel nothing less than the human you are, sir. I just really need to talk to Noah, bro. Can you please tell your friend to come tap in with me, man? Because I don't want people to leave this show feeling some type of way about Noah, because I do.
Yeah, I mean, he could come on here. I send him a text.
Noah knows exactly what happened to Jelani, man.
And here's the thing. That news outlet, in your mind, you're thinking that happened the same day. The news did not come out till like a week later. So they came out during first shift of his normal shift. That's the only reason he was in the background of this news outlet. So that's the only reason he had contact with Jelani's mother, is because that day the news came out, he was on duty. That's the only reason.
Did he tell you what he said to Jelani's mother? Because he did say that he spoke with her, but I don't recall what he said that he said. So I don't want to put no words in the man's mouth, because I got mad respect for you guys. I'm glad that it takes a lot of guts to do what you guys did yesterday and what you did today as a man.
Yeah, so and what he told me,
I respect you as a man, no matter whatever the outcome is, because I'm not out there investigating this. I'm not out there on no case or nothing like that. I'm just a simple street journalist that fell in love with Jelani Day because I feel like I lost a brother when I think about this case. When I think about what occurred to him, I tried to put myself in that river with him to see what he felt like, and I can't. I can only imagine, man, and it's rough. And to see, I see when I look at the case with Jelani, I see Miss Carmen, a strong black woman that's trying to hold, that's walking out here in these woods, and I tried to get my girl to go camping with me some time, and they didn't even want to go camping with me. They don't want to go out there in that wilderness. They not them type of girls. They just got their nails and their hair did. This woman is marching through.
I'll tell you what, if it's one of my children or anybody's children out there that loves their children, they are going to be out there doing what she did. She loves her child. I just feel
like if somebody knows something, why with like, and just like Mike said yesterday, Vipers, he said that, if it was one of his kids, his 21-year-old son, he will be moving mountains to find out what happened to him.
Absolutely, and nobody was stopping.
My words move mountains, and I feel like God allowed you to come here for a reason, because if you were ever gonna talk to somebody, you could talk to me, and I know that you feel that way because you came back a second time, and I know that people have their own agendas and things with certain things, and my only agenda is this: not to get views. I don't care about the people in the chat. I don't care about none of that. I ain't gonna say I don't care about y'all guys. Y'all stay down in this family. But what I'm saying is, that's not what's alluring to me. What's alluring to me
to where I can go to my car and leave without having to, walk a long distance or park next to somebody else. And this is from 9/12. Hey, I'll take, the bashing and the comments. Listen, at the end of the day, it's all just people saying what they want to say. People are hurt, and I get that. At the end of the day, I come on here not for myself. I come on here to give information that may not be known. Maybe something will lead to something coming up. I had information by working there. I had information about how the cameras work and those sort of things, saying that there's no way this footage is just gone.
So what people? So if you was a viewer, let me tell you, not just be totally honest. So if you was a viewer and you listening to everything that we saying right now, and you make a simple judgment, not on you or me, but just who's talking, and you go back and lay down on it, what would you say about yourself? Man, here was a guy, and to me, I would say this. Here was a guy that was the account manager for Tristone, and he worked at this company. So if it was ever anybody to be, and then what you told me was, okay, Jelani went missing this day, and then you were called in. And then I don't know if that's the same day that the feds came because of the missing case.
No, I was never called in. There was.
No, I mean, you said you already had an appointment to interview somebody that day.
Yes, I had an appointment to do an interview
that day anyway. So you didn't hear any rumors circulating or nobody saying, hey, somebody got robbed till this morning, or hey, man, the dude Jelani that usually come in here got into it with Noah, or man, come on, man, shit happen every day, man. Don't think because I didn't have to smash my engineer that I was working with at my job. So it's been certain situations that I had to do. But
so that day, I actually had the interview, and Noah did the interview with me. He was there with me to set up the table and chairs outside at 12:30 for this guy to show up. Noah and I were literally standing on the patio at 12:30 on the concrete patio under the awning where there are cameras posted, and we waited. This guy was supposed to have an interview at 1 o'clock, and I would love to have my account still from Indeed to show everybody the conversation with this guy that was supposed to have an interview that day. And he didn't show up at 1 o'clock. I looked at Noah and I said, well, how about this? We'll give him 30 minutes. We need to fill this position, and he has a good resume. We'll give him 30 minutes. He didn't show up at 1:30. I said, all right, let's pack it up. We took the table, put it back in the back of the truck, the chairs. I told Noah, I know exactly what I told him. I said, hey, do you want a game tonight? We can, get on the Xbox. That's literally what was said. And then I looked at Noah and said, well, maybe I should come inside and say hi to everybody and just, I'm the boss, so I might as well come in and say hi. Well, the dispensary wouldn't let me in because I didn't have a mask. I did not bring a mask with me that day. And I said, do you guys have any of those Beyond Hello masks still? They said, no, we don't have any of those left. We gave all those out. I said, well, don't worry about it. I won't worry about it today. Got in the truck and left. That was exactly how, from the time I got there at 12:30 to the time that I left at 1:30 went. Left at 1:30, went to Applebee's down the street, and had lunch with my girlfriend, who had a baby appointment that day that I had to miss because I was supposed to do this interview with this guy.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to skip over your comments, Miss Berry. I kind of, it's a little bit, I don't have a moderator checking all of these comments. Y'all guys are commenting a lot. And I'm trying to get to every last one of them by myself, but my eyes and my thoughts are going kind of a lot of different directions right now.
That's a side door. And it's literally directly, I'd say, 25 feet from the front door. So the picture you have up now, if you were to go out that door and take a right, you would be able to see that side door.
Yeah, we covered that last night, but she asked, is it protocol to leave that front door open? I remember I asked you that too.
So I actually brought that up last night, I brought that up to the dispensary and said, why do you guys prop that door open? And a lot of them just say it's because there's so many people coming in throughout the day that they have to sit there and open it, bring the next person in, close it, open it, close it, to where they just prop it open and they can peek out and say, next person. Now, with the new security people, I notice when I drive by that they actually have a guard standing outside that door with it still propped open. So I don't know if they've changed their policies or anything like that, but they never really had a policy for that door. And I told them multiple times that is a security risk. You can't just prop open a door if you want security in your building. So, yeah.
Okay. So she said, how did Top dog, whoever this dude on.
Deo.
Yeah, I don't even give a fuck about him. How did he know you work there? Was it somebody already saying something out there where y'all at? Do y'all have people that's really ridiculing y'all that's online, that's out there in Bloomington?
So here's the thing. You could probably find anything out there on the internet. On my Facebook page, I used to have, which I had to take it down so people weren't harassing me, but I had on there, worked at Tristone Security as an account manager. So anybody who goes to that dispensary and sees the uniforms that say Tristone on them, it's public knowledge that Tristone was working there. All they have to do is search for Tristone. They can see where my Facebook that I worked there. But for this Tadeo guy, someone said he lived states away. The only way he can get information like that is by getting information from others, things like that. Actually being in the area, maybe being a customer that walks through there and, knew Tristone or anything like that. But like we discussed yesterday, what was very sketchy was the fact that his whole Facebook page seems like it's just made up. And he does this to other cases. And he sounds like a nut job. But what I'm saying is, in order for him to get this information about the guards, someone either A, had to feed him our information that was logged in the dispensary in one of the logbooks or something like that, or B, he just...
Really, all you need is somebody first and last name. You could look them up on any of those search websites and all of that. It's very easy to get somebody's information. Don't have to be having no connections to nothing but the dang on internet and your name, even a phone number.
Really did a full-on search and found out that Tristone had the contract for a security dispensary. Googled not my Facebook personally, but Googled Tristone Security, and it popped up that I worked there on Facebook, and then tied me into it. So those are the only pretty much two ways that he could get the information.
Well, I got some code.
And so I just want to give my opinion so far, because I'm gonna have to get off here in a minute. I got an appointment. But I don't know if this guy is lying or not. I mean, he said that he wasn't there until midnight or noon, so he wasn't there when Jelani left, or when Jelani was there. I don't know if the other guy has anything to do with it either. And all allegations are allegedly. He is saying that they're not a suspect, but at the same time, they told us it was suicide, so they ain't trying to name nobody as a suspect. But they were, that facility and Noah was the last person to see Jelani alive, besides whoever did this to him or whoever may have been in his car. So I really don't know. That's why I think it's important to listen to what he's saying and with an open mind, and and then if he's interviewed somewhere else and said something different. But one thing that I did do is I got in touch with Carmen Day's private investigator, and I sent him this video along with the screenshots that I got from my chat, plus what Sister Girl sent me to IG yesterday. I shared this on my Twitter, Facebook, IG post story. Just figured out how to load to story. Oh, did you? From my desktop. I'm so excited. That's what's up. I'm glad. Thank you for sharing everywhere. I really appreciate that. But I mean, dang, I wish I could have seen how his attitude was yesterday. I feel like is his name Jay? I think he said Jay Ford. I was trying to figure out how to get in touch with him, but he didn't have his email written nowhere, and I couldn't find him on IG. So I'm trying to get in touch with him because I want to talk to him. If anybody know how to get in touch with him, let me know. And again, shout out to oh God, my mind just went blank. Shout out to him for doing this interview. And I'm sharing it in hopes that it's okay with him. But that's why I shared his link. I got his link pinned, and I'm not going to play the whole thing because I got to get out the car in a minute anyways.
People is in this chat was, it's Bridget, you tough. She said, OMG, your voice cracking like you about to cry. I've been feeling the same way throughout the whole case. Where's Noah? Man, I hear it in his
Stay
voice that he's
dangerous.
really trying
Thank
to
you,
help us
girl.
out, Miss Bridget. And, you know, I appreciate some of y'all guys for coming and asking the questions that you guys feel, because maybe that will stop the ridicules of some people sending disses at him and sending threats at their family. Look, man, them people's family don't got nothing to do with them. Even if they did or have something to do with it, allegedly, if they did or they didn't, the family still don't have nothing to do with it, man. That man mama, that man auntie, that man people, period, don't have nothing to do with the choices. But sometimes people try to make it like, yo, you gotta be accountable for somebody that's something in your family. Somebody in your family does something, and you
Someone actually commented and said, just take out their whole family. Let their mama have something to go to tomorrow is exactly what they said.
Was that
It
yesterday?
made me sick.
Was that
Oh,
yesterday?
man.
People crazy.
Someone reposted it yesterday.
No, I'm talking about on my show. This
Oh,
one.
no, not on your show. It was on that Facebook
Probably
page.
why my goddamn video ain't up though. And I see a lot of people
it was on
that
Facebook.
ask me, you know, asking do I still have the footage? No, it did not save. It did not even upload. I renewed and I upgraded my membership with StreamYard. That's the way you able to see the words running at the bottom of the screen. That's the way you able to get in the chat. So I upgraded my membership, and now you have to do the whole case.
That shouldn't have had nothing to do with it.
Man, I hear it in his voice that he's really trying to help us out, Miss Bridget, and you know, I appreciate some of y'all guys for coming and asking the questions that you guys feel, because maybe that will stop the ridicules of some people sending disses at him and sending threats at their family. Look, man, them people's family don't got nothing to do with them. Even if they did or have something to do with it, allegedly, if they did or they didn't, the family still don't have
Whoa,
nothing to do with
Nick Cannon's son died? That's horrible. I really hate to hear that. Was it a baby? Because, I mean, I don't even know how old Nick Cannon's kids are. But that's all of the video that I'm gonna play for the Dangerous Show. And everybody that didn't see it can go over and check him out. Subscribe to his channel, leave a comment, let him know how you found him, tell him MTGV TV. And you know, subscribe, thumbs up his video, and leave a comment. This morning, one of my subs sent me the post. So very, oh my God. How old is the Nick's Cannon son that died? Dang. How you doing, Carolyn? And you have a nice day too. Yeah, I'm waiting on Sister Girl to tell me how old was Nick Cannon's son. Miss V, please. Oh, yes, girl. Trust and believe. I'm going to listen to that. Most definitely. But this is a really nice dispensary too. I mean, we don't have them where I live at, so I haven't seen this before. It's really nice, but I don't know what happened, but something definitely happened. Somebody knows. How you doing, Tracy? Thanks for coming in. I was just about to end. If you could watch the replay. And thank you guys for hanging out for this little bit. I gotta get into this mall, make a few moves, and this is for you, Just Star. You and GP. She's very happy about getting his help, and I hope that you know they get to the bottom of everything. She deserves answers. She's really been fighting hard to get answers. Stay blessed, everyone. Yes, thank you so much, The Star. And I think I'm going to go live later. I actually have that live set up. Oh, you've been here, Tracy? I actually have another live set up, I think for 5:15. But when I leave here, I'll probably go live again whenever I get out of here. I'm going to go ahead and do that live concerning Ethan Crumbly and his parents and the whole scandal with the school and all of that. I feel like the school should have handled it better too. They should have made him leave. And his parents definitely shouldn't have bought him a gun, and they definitely shouldn't have been bragging about it. Oh, I bought my baby a gun and all this stuff. Oh, 5 months. Son died of. Oh my gosh. I know it had to be a baby. I mean, I think he got a couple kids on the way now. I've been waiting on your update on that. Yeah, I kept when this came up, I was like, man, I gotta report this because I'm on Jelani. I was like, and then the first time something happened, and I was just like, my mind wasn't even. I'm like, I can't go live right now because I was irritated. So that's what happened. And but I'ma definitely get to it today because I want to know about that story, and it's probably some new stuff happened since then anyway. But oh shoot, I gotta. Oh no, it ain't. I thought it was already 1 o'clock. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Where's my stuff? I'm always looking for a video to close out of here. Let's see. Y'all done Christmas shopping, or did y'all start, or do you celebrate? To Nick Cannon and their family, prayers. Yes. 15 minutes to 1 is what I think he's saying. Yeah, I'm sitting up. I was looking at the time that I've been live and say 1:02, and I got mistaken thinking it was the freaking time of the day. But sister girl, we gonna have to link up and do a story together. Let me know when you're available. I would love to have you up with me, and we just go over some things, even if we just come together and talk about Jelani and other cases that we both have covered. I would love to you know, talk with you and get your viewpoint at an extensive level on a live. And just start, I always love you to come up, and you always have a good perspective of things. And anybody that wants to come up, you guys are welcome. I want you to know that. You are welcome to come up on the panel. I don't bite. I bite back, but I don't bite first. Always remember that. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. See you in the next video. And I still didn't find what I'm supposed to be closing with, but let's see. Let's use this one. Thank you for shopping with me. Contact me via IG to discuss your order or any questions you may have, any special orders or customization. See you in the DM. Please subscribe to the channel and set your notification bell as well. Thank you, just start right. I was in the house and got in the car. Yeah, you know how I do it, just start. Okay, y'all. Wait a minute. Let me close with Nina Boy.
Let me open up this panel. Let's talk about it though. Shouts out to MTV. Make this go viral. I say MTV, a nigga a little shady, but make this go viral. This is my girl, man. So if y'all ain't, you know what I'm saying? She a good YouTuber, man. She got a lot of dope content. Go check her out, though, nigga.